Hey YouTube, so my name is Andrea and I basically decided to produce a PCOS video, something more like a blog, just to share my information with everyone. I know that I found it very useful for some of you guys that are already on here and that have been going through PCOS. So here is my first attempt and my first try. I'm going to try to keep it somewhere around 5 minutes. And just to let you know, this is a first for me, and it's kind of weird because I just keep staring at the camera, so it's a little funny for me. And so like I said, my name is Andrea, and I'll let you know a couple of things about my videos. If you see me looking down, it's because I have this right here. I just like to keep little notes as to what I have to say, because if it was up to me, I'll probably just be all over the place and ramble. So, little about me. My name is Andrea. I am 24 years old and I was diagnosed with PCOS January of 2007. So it's been 2 years now. Basically I stopped getting periods and I was a little curious. I thought it was stress, but after like 3 or 4 months I went to my OBGYN. She sent me for a sonogram. I ended up getting one of those transvaginal sonograms, which a lot of you might know already what they are. And if you don't know, it's basically they insert the sonogram tool in your vagina, and that gives them a better picture of the ovaries, and that way they can see the follicles and the size of the cysts on your ovaries. So I was diagnosed, and at the time I was not ready to have children, so I was just on the pill, and I got off the pill November 2008, and ever since then my periods were coming regular, and I was actually trying to conceive with my partner. And so basically they kept coming regular about every 32 days or so. And recently, on the 30th was the last time I got it, and I haven't gotten it yet. So I went to an OBGYN actually yesterday, had a horrible experience. I know some of you have talked about bedside manner and the way these doctors talk to you as if this was just, whatever. And it was just a horrible experience. But I guess the good thing I got out of it is that he gave me a referral to an infertility clinic here where I live, which is good because when I had since I went on an emergency basis, because I basically didn't have my period for 2 months, and I'm like, oh, maybe, just maybe, I'm pregnant. And I actually took like 3 home pregnancy tests, and they all came out negative. And then I ended up going and took one at the doctor's office, and it was negative also. So that was negative, and he sent me to an infertility clinic, which was better than my OBGYN, because what she would do is she was telling me to try for 6 months to a year and blah blah, and so whatever. So I'm having an appointment for the 20th or the 21st, whichever is next Friday at 8:30 in the morning, to see how that goes, to talk about prices. Unfortunately, my insurance does not cover infertility, so I'm going to be basically paying for out of pocket. But yeah, so far that's pretty much it. I guess something that I didn't mention before is I'm from New York City. So if any of you out there are from New York City and know anyone out here or any doctors are going through the same thing, I would really appreciate your feedback, especially for those of you who are trying to conceive. That would be really helpful, because I've been doing research, and I'm actually on Soul Sisters, and I bought that guidebook that they recommend. And if one of you needs it, let me know, because I actually paid for it and I downloaded it, so I can just email it to anyone, whoever needs it. So I think for now that is it. I am going to make another video, and I'm going to be updating you guys. One thing I forgot to mention, I am not on any medication at the moment, so I'm just basically watching my ovulation, watching signs of ovulation, and counting the days of like when my cycle begins and all of that stuff that they recommend to chart your ovulation. And then I'm trying to maximize my chances of maybe getting pregnant by doing that. But the last 3 months haven't really been successful. So let's see what happens at this infertility clinic when I go next week, Friday. Hopefully that'll be, well, we'll see. I'll update you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thanks for listening.